All right, so the importance of sacrifice, right? We live in a world where people are just selfish. I'm just gonna be honest. People are selfish, and me growing up, I always kind of felt like my life was never my life. Let me just share with y'all. Let me just vent to y'all and be vulnerable, real vulnerable. Like my life is built up with sacrifice. I believe that I wasn't really sent here to have fun. I mean, I have fun, because of my life, and I'm a happy person. Like I genuinely find happiness in everything that I do. Right? People say it's bad to rationalize things, but that's how I am. That's how I get by. That's how I cope, right? Because I would much rather do that and then to fill my life up with drugs, right? I still have something to do. I believe the universe sent me down here to do something, right? And it's not fair. Like my life ain't never been fair. I'm not looking for it to be fair. I'm not looking to get half the shit I gave out back. Could be point blank. Period. I'm here for fulfillment purposes. Like I wake up every day with a desire to become enlightened, to become powerful, to become great, to be the best at what the fuck I do, right? And there's not a lot of people that think like that, and just because, and I feel like I deserve it. That's the only thing I can really ask for, is to become the best and to become powerful. Like that's my whole desire of my life. And people may say this is ego driven, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel in my heart. That's how I feel in my gut, right? And maybe it may become a certain point in time where I just give all that type of shit away. But for this 23-year-old version of myself, that's what I desire. That's what I want. I don't have any type of material desires. I want money because I want to be able to help my family. Like that's why I want this money. That's why I want to get great. I want to become successful, because I want to help my people, and I want to help God's people. That's another reason why I think I like Cat Williams so much, is that in his mindset towards just being authentic and just following God and following the universe, is that none of this shit is mine. Like your life is not yours. Like you're gonna die at a certain point in time, and you gotta realize that you're born with nothing, you die with nothing. Like, so why as people, why do we cling so hard to this materialism and all this stuff? Like, and that's why I try to be so kind to people and give so much. It's like because this shit really don't mean nothing to me. I don't want it. It's I want what I can, like, I revel in how being able to help people, like, and not saying I want to gloat about it. It's just like I feel better about myself helping people. I like when I'm at work and I can help people and I give people the best that I can give them, and I can, like I said, I can make their day with, giving them some good news and being able to help out. Like I love helping people out. Like, but some people don't think like that. I'm willing to take the loss to make sure everybody is good, and we miss a lot of that, and we lose a lot of that type of character today, and that's why a lot of people don't understand me as an individual. It's because my life is really built on sacrifice, and people may look at me like I'm being too hard on myself, and they look at me like I'm being over dramatic, and I don't take my like I take life too serious. And that's the funny thing. I'm if you see me on my regular day-to-day, I'm joking, I'm laughing, I'm having so much fun. Like I'm happy. At 23 years old, I'm a happy person. Like my life's not perfect, but I'm happy, I'm content. If I was to die right now, I'd be content because I tried. I did my best. Every day I'm fighting temptation just to be selfish amongst people that don't care about me. Right? People that care about me, but they can't get past their own self. And I was fighting temptation not to do anybody wrong, or just to be wrathful or be angry. Like that's how I live my life. It's not fair. It's not fair that sometimes somebody got to take a loss for somebody to take a win, but that's just the way that the world works. I understand this shit very early, and anytime there was conflict in that type of idea, I always have to just accept it. It's just an acceptance thing, like, and that's probably the reason why I am so happy. Like I just accept just the fact that this shit not fair. It's somebody gonna lose, somebody gonna get the bad end of the stick. And me as an individual, just because I know how resilient I am, I'm willing to take the bad end of the stick just so other people can, prosper or be in a better position. Now, of course, this is not me saying that in terms of like stopping people from ever experiencing suffering. Even that's another thing I wish I can take away from people, and I have a desire to, And that's probably the reason why I'm on here talking this. I want people to to take that shoulder, that pressure off their shoulders, to have to be perceived a certain way. Like, that's why I'm honest. That's why I'm quick to tell my faults, right? Because I want people to be like, you know what? I'm that same exact way. Because when you able to just tell your flaws and, you know, the F's on your report card, is like, it's, you know, it's freedom. Freedom is there. Freedom is in the honesty. Freedom is in the vulnerability. Because you're not trying to hold up this image of yourself. However somebody perceives you is however somebody perceives you to be. And that's it. Like I said, it's just simple as that. It's like making food and not caring about how they perceive the food. It's just, you just do that, you deliver, and then you go about your business. Just because, you know, you want to get that pressure off yourself. And that's where true freedom resides in. And that's what I live for. I live for freedom. I live for sacrifice. I live to make the world a better place. Whether it's one person at a time or on the internet. Like, I know people may look at it and perceive it to be goody two shoes, but that's genuinely how I am. I'm a good-hearted person. I'm a kind person. And even though every day I'm being tempted to do wrong, I'm tempted to have to be selfish more, and not selfish in a positive way. It's selfish in a way that's like, it's hurtful to others. Like, it's a constant battle. Like, this shit don't stop. And it's like I'm being attacked on multiple fronts, and it's like I have to smile and I have to keep my composure and my resilience. Some days I don't want to. I just don't. I'm like, you have to be like, even though I want to be the strongest, part of me, I'm not the strongest yet, but I have to understand what comes with being the strongest, how much sacrifice it comes with it, how much intelligence, how smart you have to be, how perceptive you have to be, you know, how crafty and how, you know, cunning you have to be to a certain extent to be able to operate in a world where people just, you know, selfish. And if you have that same type of idea, if you're that same type of person like me, this is what it's going to take, right? And, you know, I'm free to hear any type of, you know, rebuttals or anything you can go against, cause I'll take them honestly. I'll read them and I'll be like, you know what, that's right, you know. But that's the importance of sacrifice to me, is that, you know, if somebody don't do it, like, if you don't do it, who will, right? If I don't die on the cross, metaphorically speaking, because you know, some people say I'm being blasphemous or whatever, but it's real. Somebody gotta die on the cross. Literally. I know people gonna look at me sideways for saying that, but it's the truth, right? We see fathers, we see mothers living with their family. They're taking that sacrifice. They sacrifice themselves to make sure that their children have a better life. They're giving their life away to make sure somebody else have a better life. They are putting themselves through the ringer to make sure somebody else have a bigger life, a better life. Point blank and period. I can't sit here and lie about it. And I know people gonna say it's bad because I'm comparing it to Jesus, but that's essentially what he did. That, like, even though I don't believe in Jesus in that way, he literally sacrificed himself for the sins of all people. To hope people would do better by his actions, be inspired by his actions to keep doing good. But clearly, like I said, that didn't mean nothing to most people on the planet, a lot of people on the planet. So, yeah, that's the importance of sacrifice. Even though there's nobody going to be there sitting to congratulate you or sitting there pat you on the back, you know, a lot of that got to deal with integrity and your own values as an individual. Like, I wake up and I'm not looking for people to pat me on the back, but it's like I want to be able to, when I die, I want universe, God, the divine feminine, whoever is controlling my spirit and my soul that even pushed me to even do this, I want them to be like, I'm happy that you fulfilled your purpose. I'm happy that I sent you down here with a purpose and you did it. I'm happy that you actually did something with your time instead of waste it, right? That's what I live for. Is that you know, that's why I'm willing to sacrifice a lot of the fun in my life, or perceived fun, or what people perceive to be fun in my life, because, you know, I want to have an impact on the world before I die, right? And people, that's crazy. People really think I might be really crazy to people. Like, people really think I'm like a Ku Klux or like really a madman, but that's really how I feel. Like, but yeah, and that's why I sacrifice a lot. I'm willing to give up a lot of just, you know, things for my life, and that's why, like I said, I can't be around people because they don't understand that. And, you know, people just want to get the whatever they want out of you, and then they want to throw you to the side. And it's like, you know, It's just sad, you know. It's just, that's just the perspective. That's just the way that we live. So, yeah. So you gotta chew. You gotta pick and chew. You gotta pick and chew. But yeah, all right. Thank y'all for watching the video. Thank y'all for really listening to me vent, because I did have from 20 subjects, but that's really me venting and being honest. You know, it's always beauty and honesty. It's always beauty and vulnerability. That's why I like people that's vulnerable and they honest about they self. You know, because people fake it too much. Like, people act like they not who they are. People act like, you know, they don't have the problem that they have, and it's just, and that bothers me, that you don't feel like you worthy enough to be honest, and you got a lot of people when we are essentially the same person. So yeah, if y'all like the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Thank you.